Today's agenda is to talk about teacher blues. We all have them, but especially new teachers. I just wanted to offer some advice and tips that I've learned from my first few years teaching and things that have helped me cope and things to expect for all you up-and-coming teachers. So sit back, relax, and let's learn. Learning to say no. I think it happens to us when we want to be show that we're very eager for our administrators and we want to do all we can, so they want to keep us and hire us again next year because we're not tenure and we feel like we're walking on eggshells and stuff. But the fact of the matter is you have to learn to say no, otherwise you can put too much on your plate. And believe me, being a new teacher is enough on its own. You don't need a lot of extra things. Sure, do one or two things, but learn from the beginning, hey, I really can't do this, and just learn to say, one, let me think about it before I agree to do this, and just accepting that you can't do everything. It will make your life a lot easier and help keep you from getting blue. One of the first things I remember about being a new teacher is having no idea what I was doing. Whenever I started student teaching, I noticed that my 4 years of college didn't seem to prepare me well for that role. And I thought as a student teacher, oh, I can do anything I want now. But whenever I got into the actual classroom and they put me in there and they closed the door, I realized I have no idea what I'm doing. And it's not just teaching itself, it's all the little things, like they coming in the morning, having something for them, taking attendance, taking lunch count, listening to announcements, sending kids to do the pledge, doing birthdays and calendar, and all those things happen. If there's a pep rally or something, you're going to be really thrown off, and especially going to a new school, you need to figure out all the little special events and things that are important to them and their community. It is a lot, but don't worry, you're not alone. It happens to all of us. Believe me, it's my 4th year teaching at my school, and there are still days where I look left and right and I say, what am I doing here? what have I done with my life? Because you think I would have it figured out by now, but no, even the teachers that have been doing it, we still have those moments. So please never feel like you're alone in that. We have it all the time. We work with kids. It's a crazy environment. Just learn to learn to just buckle up, buttercup, and we'll all make it together. Now this is true. It's okay to cry. I think I'm often made fun of now at my school, but it's okay. I know made fun of is not the right word, but I've often been pointed out to new teachers as the person to go talk to when you are feeling blue, because I cried almost every day. If I wasn't crying under the cubbies in my classroom in the dark with the door closed, I was crying on the way to or from work, sometimes both. And it goes back to that not knowing what I was doing and feeling I was doing things wrong. Just remember, it's important to communicate and ask for help, and you're probably doing better than you think you are. Listen to the veteran teachers. They say it's fine. It really is fine. Believe me, if your administrators say you're doing fine, believe them when they say it. I had a hard time with that because I'm like, no, you don't know what happens in there. It's fine. You're going to be fine. And it is okay to cry. Get it out. Get all the sad out so you can be happy and ready to go the next day. It happens to a lot of us. Don't feel bad about it. On that subject of being emotional, I found, especially this past year, that it's very helpful to have a person or a mentor. My mentor is another 3rd grade teacher, and she just means the world to me. She knows who she is. And I also am very, very close friends with the bookkeeper at my school. And there's people I know I can trust and I can vent to and just kind of get it all out. They're not going to turn it into gossip or anything like that. So just have that person that you can confide in. And one, believe what they say. Don't be like me, sometimes I'm stubborn. But also just have that person that you can talk to and get it out. It's very good to vent. It's very good to cry. And then you'll feel better, believe me. Other things that I think are helpful are to make lists. And the first thing about making a list is you need to realize that a teacher list is never ending. I remember I started the list and had like 10 things on. I'm like, oh, I can get this done by today. And by lunchtime, I had added like 5 things and I didn't do any of the other things on the list. You need to understand that the teacher to-do list never ends. It doesn't end. You can always find something you can do. And if you fret about finishing that list, you're gonna go crazy. So the important thing is to take care of the priorities, what has to be done, and get that done as best you can, and then move on. Go home. You need to go home sometimes. It's okay to stay after, it's okay to come in early, but never just try to finish it all, because you're not going to be able to. Do the best you can and everything will fall into place. Play with the kids! Oh, this is probably, if I'm gonna brag about something, it's gonna be playing with the kids. I am a large 7-year-old, I feel like most days. A lot of my friends can vouch for me. But play with the kids, get invested with them, learn about them. Believe me, they will do a lot more for you and put in a lot more effort if they think you care about them. Because some kids go home and people don't care about them, and that's really sad. So always remember, I always try to be that person for them, to be that positive energy for them, to let them know that they are loved. If my kids come to my classroom and they leave knowing someone loved them, then that was success for me. It wasn't if they got this rocks and mineral lesson or remembered all 50 states. No. Did they go home and feel like someone loved me today and I learned something? I may not have learned everything, but I had a good day. Back to the subject of your kids coming in and not knowing what to do. One of the best things you can do is immediately go after your classroom management. Be prepared. When kids start acting up, it's normally an idle time. So as long as you plan every moment and always have something for them to do, they'll probably not end up making poor decisions because they'll be kept busy. Also remember to constantly model for them. Show them how you want it done. If you want them to walk in the hallway in the white, show them exactly what you mean. Show them the difference between right and wrong. I don't want you to drag across the wall. I want you to walk just sitting upright. No, you don't have to hips and lips it, but if you just walk with your hands at your side, it's fine. We're good. So make sure your kids are clear on your expectations. Always let them be known. Always model them so they know what it looks like. And every time they miss it, get it. Don't accept halfway. If they know how to do it the right way, always make them rise to that expectation. Believe me, they will. They're amazing the way they rise to expectations. Set the bar and just watch and see. Now you're going to be observed, obviously, and be evaluated. And I remember my evaluator, she was phenomenal. She gave such good constructive criticism. Of course, I cried in the meeting. I think I cry every time I talk to her. I'm sorry. She knows who she is. But yes, they're going to give you a lot of criticism, and it's going to be constructive, or I hope it is. What you need to understand though is you can't do everything. That's one thing that got me hung up, is that I would obsess over, I figured out all these cool new things to do, but then I was fretting because I couldn't do it all. It's really baby steps. You can't change 15 things, 3 months into the school year. You can change like 2 things. So just baby step it. Learn and reflect. Did this work? Did this not work? Thanks for stopping by today. It's been a lot of fun. If you would like to look at my other blogs or my channel, they are here. Or you can always email me at jabukstopshere@gmail.com. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you around.